Today we live in an uncertain present, the COVID-19 era. We are paralyzed everyone. Even just hearing about this makes us nervous. Most has changed about modern life, how we work, socialize, and even how we eat. Hi, my name is Cristobal Muñoz and I'm going to present the 30 changes in quarantine. Diet has been very important in these times. Many change their way of eating as some people stop eating some foods and others began to eat a lot of food. The changes are obvious in this look it up. Most of the people are eating almost every meal at home, which is a big change. Of course, people have time and eat the three necessary meals, but how was the change from one month to another month or one day to another day? The change in the eating habits is a double-edged sword in this confinement that we have to live through. Obviously, we can start to think about how in the months that we have been in our house, the diet changes for better or for worse. During quarantine, eating habits is a challenge because being in constant mood swings, being bored, and mealtimes can be out of the day our usual routine. First change is the homemade food. It's something that should be highlighted, obviously because people haven't been at home for a long time have decided to start cooking. And that leads to good things such as the reduction for certain diseases. For example, cardiovascular problems, diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. This habit that has been lost a few years ago as a result of a fast-paced life, or simple because the work and the facilities of home services have changed the way that people consume. At the beginning of the confinement, the second change was healthy food. But why to start leading a healthy life? This is because eating a balanced and healthy way improves and maintains the health in our body and the immune system. On the other hand, we have the bad food. The change in the diet in food that affects our body, such as flours, sugars, fast foods, etc., due to the sedentary lifestyle that is confinement implies, there are many experts who agree that emotional eating, a lot of foods with a little nutrition, can weaken the immune system and worsen the mood at a time when protecting the body and maintaining a positive attitude is particularly important. But what was really the root of the change in eating habits? First one, we have anxiety. That is a normal part of the life. However, what is being experienced with the frequency of intense, excessive, and persistent fears about the situation of the pandemic. People who suffer anxiety tend to eat at long hours and especially foods with high calorie content. This is because for these people, eat food for being calm. The second one is depression. It's a mental disorder that physically and mentally affects the way that many people feel and think. Is characterized by the presence of sadness, loss of interest, feelings of guilty, lack of self-esteem, etc. All this can be observed during quarantine and what it causes in the diet, not eating or eating too much. Depression often leads to gastrointestinal problems. The third one is stress. The COVID-19 pandemic can be stressful for people regarding a new illness, and what could happen can be overwhelming and generate a strong emotion in adults and children. Public health measures such as social distancing can make people feel lonely. In certain cases, it may include reactions such as changes in sleeping, changes in the concentrating, worsening of chronic health problems, aggravation of mental health problems, and the consumption of tobacco and alcohol. The fourth one is be fitness. Being a healthy person has led to the change of a healthy diet and the beginning of physical activity, since many people choose this way so that their body is in harmony and is strong in defense. The last one is fear. Since the pandemic began, many people began to have excessive fear, such as going to the supermarket, the corner store, even asking for food in